Good morning, everyone. It's Rifgal, playing some more Trials of Mana, and we are heading to find the Dark Lord. Dark Majesty, whatever he is. The path is open.
Gotta get this nuisance out of the way before we can go.
Apparently, the Kaiser Mimics are a real threat. Do they respawn? Because they drop item seeds every time.
Where are we?
It's miasma. Be careful.
Welcome. If you're here, then I assume Belladonna's no more. No matter. There are more underlings where that worthless pawn came from.
Well, Belladonna did say that his heart was hard and evil, and yeah, he's pretty evilly guy.
Yes. You three have proven quite useful. You slayed the Benevolons, imbuing the sword with their true power. And if you wish, you may join me.
Give Elliot back! Have you no humanity?
Indeed, I have no humanity.
She literally just told you that, Reese.
With my own two hands, I slayed the King of Mavolia after he granted me power. I am now ruler of the land. For now. Soon I will absorb the Sword of Mana and the power of the Benevodons. I will be stronger than a god. I will be a supreme god. Behold, the birth of a new god.
Starting to repeat yourself a little, buddy.
This is the end of the Sword of Mana. There's nothing you can do! Power is flowing into me! What's going on? This light, it's holding me back. It must be coming from the goddess of mana in the sanctuary. She's still alive. This world does not need two all-powerful gods. It's high time I destroyed the mana goddess once and for all. This will be the battle to end all battles. I must leave.
Elliot! He's gone.
What can we do without the Sword of Mana? We cannot hope to win against such a strong enemy.
There's only one answer.
Don't be ridiculous. You can't give up now. If you do, the world as you know it will be destroyed.
Oh, that's not what I was gonna say.
Believe
in yourself. Yeah, I
Reese.
suppose.
You were chosen by the Mana Sword. It was you who pulled that sword out. And you did it with the strength of your heart. Not with the sword's power. You managed to defeat the Benevodons. If you work together, you can triumph over anything. Come on, let's go save the goddess and the world!
Fairy, you are right. And I must save Elliot. We have to do everything we can. I am sure we can do this. Let us go to the sanctuary now.
See, believing in yourself, power, friendship, definitely a very appropriate story-wise JRPG answer. I was gonna go with grinding, which is also a JRPG answer, but from a very different perspective. Okay. So, we need to leave and get back down to the Mana Sanctuary. I don't know if we get to fight something else first, so I think before we go to the Mana Sanctuary, I was just joking about grinding, but we are going to go ahead and do one quick grind. And I'm only saying that because both Angela and Reese, I believe, are 1 point off getting the abilities they want, so I just need one more level with them. Potentially also getting a few more rainbow seeds in the process, which will make...
This is my fight.
Enjoy.
No need to trouble yourself.
This might actually take a little bit to do a grind. Also, that confirms that the treasure boxes don't respawn. Guard. Important question before we continue. Do we have a cookie? We do not. Or at least not equipped. Oh, good. Miracle cookie. That's perfect. Lucky find.
Watch out for the enemy.
So this is actually a perfect spot because these guys are weak to light, 3 enemies, fairly close to the gold statue. And they drop rainbow item seeds. Perfect. Angela might be kind of powerful now. Maybe. Those guys are less perfect.
Time to work
But...
together, everyone. most of them. Don't get too comfortable, though.
Silver item seed, gold item seed.
Careful! It's the enemy!
Victory is easy with reliable companions.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut here, and we'll pick back up at level 66 to do the next step. Okay, so we have gotten everybody up to 66. Pretty quick grind there. I guess we do that because we're not gonna get enough to get anything else. What do I actually... Sure. And we have a whole bunch of items. So I know that we're trying to save the world, but it's very important that we take, you know, a 10-minute cookie break to level up, and then, you know, a short break for gardening before we continue.
There's no time. We have to go to the Goddess of Mana now.
Yes, there is no time to waste. Please let Elliot be all right.
Trying to remember where we're going. Is that it? That's Astoria. That is Wendell. Aurelia. I'm purposely trying not to get too close. Are they gonna put it right next to it? I don't think so. So bad at remembering where these things are. Okay, so we're gonna head to Visor for our last shopping spree, which basically just consists of make sure we have Poto oil. And we're gonna plant a bunch of seeds. Since we don't need the question mark seeds, we're actually gonna do those ones first to potentially get the most levels out of the pot. Opulent Incense, Radical Crown. Nothing exciting. Pretty sure we can do... Oh, we can only do 10 at a time. Perfect. Snow Barrette, Draupnir, Radical Coat. That might be an upgrade. Unfortunately, we got 2. I mean, I guess the good news is we can sell them. The bad news is we probably don't need to sell them. See what Rainbow gives us. Draupnir Ruby Mask, that's a new one. Final Blow, that's a new one. Polaris Armor, that's a new one. Okay, that might actually have been some good stuff. So I don't think we got... So I think we got Polaris armor here. So that's all 4 slots for her. Final blow. Ruby mask. Black garb. Stealth charm. So we've got all of his. Reticle crown. Reticle coat. Snow barrette. Okay, so we did get... we did not get her wand. But we got everything else. That's a pretty good haul. I'm happy with that. Oh, that's right. The other reason we were going into the inn was to make it night.
Welcome.
I think we do have a short section of like actual dungeon before we get to the boss fight again. I don't remember that for sure. So that's the main reason I'm checking this.
Lots of wares to browse.
We've got plenty,
Oh, good choice.
but I think we'll go ahead and go a little all out,
Oh, good choice.
over the top here.
You come again. Oh, good choice.
I am not paying attention
come
to
again.
specifics.
You come again.
I just want to get,
You come again.
yeah, about 50 of each,
You come again. You come again.
so we don't have to worry about it.
Come again. Well, lots of wares to browse.
And we still have those left. Awesome. Okay, the shopping trip is over. I'm not even gonna bother selling stuff because we don't need to. We have like 100,000, whatever the currency in this game is, to spare. Go to the Sanctuary of Mana. And the once beautiful land has been defiled.
No. No. Sanctuary of Mana. His Dark Majesty is not going to get away with this. This is for Elliot.
This doesn't look good for the Mana Goddess. Let's hurry.
Okay, so we're in ditch Lucky Find or Winning Heal, Lucky Find, or Toxic. And I think we're good there.
Don't
That's
keep me waiting.
fine. I do not know yet what we're dealing with, but let's go ahead and do this. So we haven't actually used Explode much, but it seems promising. And if we end up using him, let's go ahead and get Needle Shower, Poison Cloud, and then Thunder and Water. Actually, no. I take it back. We do want fire. Fire diversion. Okay. Let's begin.
This is my fight. No need to trouble yourself.
With this much money, we can buy whatever we want.
That is technically true. We are currently trying to save the world, so maybe you could save your yacht fantasy for a later time, Angela.
Fine then. Here I go.
The area is clear of threats. We have earned a rest. We should work together to defeat this threat. Too much for you.
Not too bad, if I do say so myself.
So, setting up to purposely try and hit as many of them as I can with glitter dust, because they can theoretically shape change and refill their hit points. So instead, we want to try and push them far enough that they drop without getting a chance.
Watch out for the enemy.
This might sting.
Time to show front.
That was easy.
Okay. I can switch classes? I didn't know that. Thank you, game. That hint was very helpful. Suppose I should probably actually save instead of just touching right there. Seriously?
You'll regret your move. It's the enemy. Too much for you. Is that it? What a joke.
Hostile entities!
Time to
Be
step it
careful!
up.
Angela, I know that you're wrecking everything, but don't be rude about it. Come on.
Not too bad, if I do say so myself.
Where is he? There he is. We missed a lot of little cactus. Is this the final stretch? This looks like the final stretch. Okay, so Forsake Payback. I need to know if Judge works on everybody. It just looks like it's one person. So we're switching this back over to stat down resistance, 20% chance to just cancel that out. She's got defense boost, attack boost, magic boost, or magic defense boost rather. And then payback and forsake. Forsake I've had since pretty much the beginning. Just a 5% chance to just not take damage. Feels like it could always be. Special effect, weak point, Chain Ninja. We're gonna ditch Toxic, I think. Actually, what would we switch it for? No, I think we're good. Victory MP boost for Judge. And there he is. So this is the last random encounter.
Was the last of them. Don't get
Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to do. Before we get into this, let's do...
too comfortable though.
Max HP up, we'll go on Angela.
Here we go.
Lux Serum goes on Hawkeye. Magic Elixir goes on Angela. Stamina Serum goes on Hawkeye. Okay, so we've got chocolate, honey, elixir, photo oil, medical herbs, stardust herb, marpota oil, cup of wishes, fairy walnut, dryad icon. Spectre Eye. I guess Matango oil might as well. And do we have something that does... I guess we'll just take the Assassin Eye. It has a chance to steal MP. Is the reason I'm looking at it. And I guess let's go save quick again. See if it'll let us without redoing that fight. Okay. Let's do this.
Such a shame! The tree has withered completely, and the goddess of mana is no more.
No. How could you?
Are you in pain? You've become weaker without the Tree of Mana. Fairies are born to protect the tree, and perish without their purpose, I see. This is the end of the reign of the once mighty Goddess of Mana. Mavolia will rule over all realms with
So
me
dramatic.
as the world's supreme god.
No! I won't let you! No, Fairy!
So impatient! She wished for death so badly that she tried to go against me alone. Are you ready to admit that you have no chance against me? you should gracefully give up this fight. The world as you know it will be consumed by Mavolia. The new evil order will be ruled by me.
Okay, that's enough monologuing.
Shall we end this? Now that I have godlike powers, I will shed this old, broken body and inhabit the Prince of Laurent instead. I will simply wear his body and cast my previous one and all its horrible memories aside. You will only see my true form for a moment before you perish.
Now we see why he's been hauling Elliot around all over the world for half the game.
Yes! This is what the ruler of Mavolia, the human realm, and the sanctuary of mana looks like! I can feel the power within me. I will obliterate you myself! Who's causing this pain?
This ends here and now. Even without the tree or mana power to help us, we will never give up. Not without a fight! Not as long as our hero, the chosen one of the Mana Sword, is here. Without mana, elementals and spirits may disappear from the realm. But you should not lose hope. You will be creating a new world for everyone. Come, you must stand up and fight. The future is in your hands. Whether you can see us or not, we'll be with you always. So keep fighting. You can't lose.
Okay.
You think you're so clever, but without the Sword of Mana, you cannot win. It is hopeless, and you are finished.
You're wrong! Don't you see? Even without the physical Mana Sword, as long as the Chosen One is here, the sword that lives in all of our hearts, that we call hope, will never disappear!
No! Ridiculous! You think your foolish illusion of hope can stand up against the power of a newly realized god? Think again!
Dark Majesty, you're great and all, but you're not Kefka, no matter how hard you try.
Come along, everyone!
Okay, so he absorbs fire. Oh, he changes types. Gotcha. Something's happening. I suspect that's bad. Oh. Oh, there's a thing there. We should probably deal with that instead of whatever we were doing. Way too little too late. Let's just do a Poto oil. I'm just going to ignore the little things this time, and we should be able to finish off it in no time at all, because Lucent Beam is scary.
No. Mavolia. My rain. Can this be?
Well, hope and friendship. And a bit of grinding. Okay. And that was the underwhelming last boss, apparently.
Thank you for never giving in to despair. But the Tree of Mana is dead, and mana has disappeared from the world. I can't exist without mana. We didn't know each other for long, but I treasured our time together. I won't forget any of you. Don't worry, Reese. I managed to rescue Elliot during your battle. With the last of my power, I sent him back to Laurent. Elliot is safe? Oh, Fairy, thank you. Don't thank me. I was only able to rescue him because you were holding the enemy at bay. I'm just so glad I was able to do it before my time was up. Do not go! Fairy, please, don't worry about me. You were fighting for everyone's future, including mine. Thanks to your triumph, I will now be reborn as the new goddess of mana.
Maybe lead off with that next time, instead of giving the dying speech.
You see, fairies are like the seeds of the mana tree. Once they find a worthy person, someone with a pure heart that they trust completely, that fairy can become the new tree and goddess of the mana in the world. To bring that mana, the mana we have lost, back into this realm, I must take the tree's place and sleep here in the sanctuary. It may yet take 1,000 years for me to restore all of the mana. But if in 1,000 years your descendants still remember the Tree of Mana, I will awaken. I'm sure I can help them in their hour of need as well. But until I am needed in the future, I will remain here, asleep, quietly protecting the world, as this tree. This is where we part. My brave heroes. Farewell. May the Sword of Mana, the one that lives in all your hearts, shine on. Forever.
Okay. I suspect there's going to be a few more post-game scenes here. I have not finished this version of this game, so I don't know how the ending plays out. I mean, how the extended ending plays out, rather.
Angela, where have you been? Oh, have you been skipping Jose's lessons again? My dear, you shouldn't antagonize your loyal subjects. Remember, you will be Queen of Altena someday. I know that it's hard, especially if magic doesn't come easily for you. But you can take all the time you need to learn it. I pray to the Goddess of Mana every day, asking for her blessings, so that you may learn magic faster.
Mom, I just defeated the Benevodons
Mother.
and saved the world.
Oh, Mother.
What's wrong, Angela? There's no need for you to cry. Oh, but please introduce me to your friends. I cannot believe something so horrible has happened. I don't remember any of it. How could a queen allow such madness? Even if I was being controlled, the idea that I would try to sacrifice my own daughter is terrifying. I am thoroughly ashamed. Please forgive me, Angela.
No, It's okay, Mother. You're still the true queen, and your people love you. I love you. Please, continue to rule over Altena fairly, as you always have.
Thank you, Angela.
Surprised you didn't notice something was wrong when, like, 3/4 of your military was gone. But, oh well.
Hawkeye! It's you! Jessica, are you okay?
As you can see, she's doing fine. Navarro thieves from all around the world have been coming back to the fortress. We should go back too.
Father!
Jessica and Hawkeye. I fear I have been trapped in a nightmare for far too long. I was informed about what happened to Eagle. That is why I intend to honor his memory by bringing his beloved Thief Guild back to its former glory. Now that mana as we have known it no longer exists in this world, the water in this desert will soon dry up. Therefore, our next target is clear. We must steal water and greenery from nature itself.
That's
This desert
not how
was
that
once
works.
a lush and fertile land. We must find a way to bring back the rain and make it hospitable once again. We cannot let the people here suffer. Not on our watch.
I'm pretty sure that's not how that works, but good on you. Good thoughts.
Reese! Elliot! Are you alright? Uh-huh. I'm okay.
I am so sorry, Elliot. I should have...
You know, I had a really weird dream. I saw Mother and Father, and they looked so happy. And they told me something important. They wanted me to return to Laurent and help you bring prosperity back to the kingdom.
That's
They
convenient.
said that I shouldn't keep relying on you for everything. So, I'm gonna try my best.
Oh, Elliot. Father, Mother, Elliot and I will work hard to build Laurent back into the peaceful kingdom it once was. Even though this world no longer has mana power, please continue to watch over my friends and me on our journey. We will do our best in the coming times.
Okay. Little sprout. Okay. So, this game has always been one of my favorites, the original version of it. But despite that, I like a lot of the concepts in it better than I like the actual game in practice. As I found out, or was reminded when I went to go play it earlier for this channel. I love the idea of the 6 different characters. They all feel very unique, especially in this version of the game. I love they play differently, they feel different when they move, they have different capabilities, even when they have similar capabilities. One of the really minor things that I noticed at the end for a few of the fights, we ran into several times where I couldn't use our debuffs because they're tied to elements. And one of the things that I had intentionally avoided was not using Reese's debuff class so that it didn't overlap with Hawkeye. And there's so many times late game, like that last boss was resistant to magic the whole time because he had a buff up, and we could have theoretically neutralized that. So even just little things like that, there's a lot going on in the class system, in the characters, that makes this really interesting. And the fact that there's 3 different factions, 3 different big bads, means that if you do play through it again, you can get a very different experience. The beginning of the game you know, the first 3/4 of the game technically plays out the same, but the dialogue changes depending on which characters are with you, including like whether you have the right side characters with you, and some of those scenes with like Hawkeye or with Charlotte and Kevin that we had are very different if you have them in your party. Which this one is good enough that I will probably consider a second playthrough at some point. Like, I enjoyed this enough that I will probably do a second playthrough. I haven't decided if I'm doing it on stream or not. It won't be right away either way. But I think it'd be fun to do a run through with the other 3 characters. I was very interested to see how Angela played in this version. I had a lot more fun with that than I have in other versions. I generally don't like the caster like system in it, because in the earlier game it froze the screen whenever you cast a spell. So being able to just spam those spells with Angela felt really powerful. Possibly too powerful. Let's be fair. The AI in this game is not great. I wish that there was slightly more customization with it. Or I wish that I had better means to understand what the customizations that are available meant. But the spend until you only have half your mana left doesn't feel like it's actually that good. I'd rather have it be like a prioritization of, like, especially with the buffs and debuffs, like, if the enemy doesn't have the debuff, reapply the debuff. If the enemy is weak to an element, and you have a chain thing that makes it so you repeatedly casting the same element is stronger, then just keep attacking them with the same element. I don't know. There's... like, that's a minor problem. And I will say, the fact that it doesn't have multiplayer like the original did is definitely a contributor to that as well. Because being able to play this with 3 people would be amazing. Like, straight up. There's definitely still a little bit there that feels a little clunky on occasion. Without going into the extremely melodramatic story elements. Like, the overall story is very good. It's, you know, the 3 evil factions, like, are all making a play at the same time. That's not something you usually see in a game. You see them, like, playing against each other as well as you. And the kind of multi-stage, usually it's do the quest to get the thing, and it feels very separate. Like, each stage of your quest usually feels more separate. This one, it's very much go to all the kingdoms, then visit all the mana stones and get all the elementals, then deal with all the Benevodons. And they are all kind of these interconnected things of the mana stones tied to the kingdom, the elemental spirit, and the Benevodon. So it kind of it gives a good flow to it, even though it's kind of 3 arcs where you're going back to some of the same areas. And the Benevodon section definitely goes very quickly, which helps. Yeah, I don't know what else to say here. I really appreciate this game for what it is. I think it still has a ton of good ideas. It's a great throwback as far as story goes. Great feeling JRPG. I saw a great video recently about relaxing JRPGs, and that definitely this is very laid back. You don't feel most of the fights don't come down to the last minute. They're not super intense. As long as you stay on top of them, they feel good to play. It's this nice balance of trying to avoid the enemies, but it's not too easy. And if you let it get carried away, it can kind of snowball on you. So yeah, definitely recommend. Definitely potentially interested in playing again. I know there is also a New Game Plus option. Or not a New Game Plus option, a post-game section. So I may be looking into that as well. But that will be a story for another time. Oh, never mind. It's a story for right now.
What is this? Where am I? Oh, I see. This world is...
Bond with Frey has granted you Mana Blessing. Recover 2% MP for all allies every 10 seconds of battle. Sure. Okay, so apparently the New Game Plus function that they have is, or the post game function rather, is
Trials of Mana.
right here. So maybe we'll look into that. Hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.